this stuff. So now to get rid of your creases, all you do is just reselect that edge, come here to crease, and just say uncrease. And the nice thing that it does inside of here is that whatever edges are creased, let's uncrease that. So whatever edges are creased inside of your model, you'll see that they no longer show up as black. They show up as blue. They have this like blue tint to them that shows you that this particular edge is creased, as opposed to the black or gray edge that you get normally inside a silo. So just some kind of primer things, and honestly, Silo is a great program to pick up. It's about, I believe it is $130 for Silo. I don't quote me on that. Let's actually look at that. I believe it's 120 or 130 bucks for Silo. They actually put it on sale quite often. Oh, and actually it is. If we see right here, Silo is currently on sale for $109, and its normal price is $159 now. I will be very honest, at $159 or even $109, this program is so worth the money. If you just need a really, really strong polygonal modeling toolkit with some basic sculpting tools and UVing and stuff like that, it's a phenomenal package for what it does. The thing that I really love about Silo, besides all the things that we've talked about previously, is the fact that Silo is a Windows, a Mac OS X, and a Linux compatible renderer. Oh, well, not renderer, but content creator. So that's kind of unheard of, right? For something that's under $200, for it to be a Windows, a Mac OS, and a Linux program, and it works flawlessly on all three platforms. I believe that Silo is OpenGL accelerated. I don't believe it. Well, clearly, if it's running on Linux, it cannot be using DX or DirectX calls. So it's an OpenGL built modeling package. Because it's really hard, and as most subscribers know, I use a Linux-based workstation for my main workstation. Like that guy's Linux, because I want to get all the power I can out of it. I want to suck every bit of power I can out of that machine. And for a very long time, there was a limited amount of 3D modeling programs that had a professional feel to them on the Linux platform. Now, I know most people are going to scream out, well, Blender, Blender, Blender. Yes, Blender is a great program. I love Blender. I'm just learning how to use Blender after about 15 years of being a professional modeler. I'm now picking up Blender. I picked it up and started playing with it because it does do some really amazing things, and that's great. The difference for me is that I'm still learning Blender. I have 15 years of experience in Maya and in Max, and I have about 5 years of experience inside of Silo. These programs, to me, are very simple and easy. And I know, once again, people are going to say, yeah, but you can turn on the Maya interactions inside of Blender. You're right, you can. You can make Blender act like Maya by changing the shortcut commands to Maya shortcut commands. But what I like to do when I'm learning a program is I want to learn the program in the native way that it was meant to be used. I don't want to cheat myself out of toolkits and out of things that I could get to inside of Blender's way of doing things, as opposed to cheating and kind of using the Maya layer on top of Blender. So that's a whole different discussion. But right now Silo is, as the recording of this video, and this is September 19th. As the recording of this video, it is currently on sale right now for $109. It's regular $159. You can get a 30-day trial of it, so you can try it out before you buy it to see if you like it. I know you're going to like it. You're going to love it. You can look in here and look at some gallery stuff and see stuff that was built inside of Silo. All of the stuff that we're looking at in here was built in Silo, which is fantastic stuff. And of course, it was probably textured in some other program, but the base modeling was done inside of Silo. And as we were talking about, you can do basic displacement inside of Silo and be able to unwrap inside of here, as well as retopologize in here. So it's a great program to get into and learn. And I suggest that you at least download it and try it out. Always make sure that you're pushing your limit, pushing your skill set, and not just sitting and just waiting for things to come to you, right? So anyway, in our next video series, we're actually going to start working, and I'm going to start doing some more stuff inside of Silo, and I'm going to work on this model that we have right here inside of Silo. We're actually going to build this guy, and this series is going to be pretty nice. I did this. We did one of these the other week, and there was a pretty good response to this. So I want to do another one. And what it is basically we take about 2 hours. So it's like a 2-hour lesson, and we'll go through and we'll build something like this sniper rifle. And I believe this is like a Halo sniper rifle or something of that nature. But we'll build this sniper rifle here right inside of Silo. So you'll get to see a lot of the tools and a lot of the workflow that I use inside of Silo to build something like this. Looks pretty complicated, but it actually is not very complicated. We can get through this in an hour. So the challenge of these series is to be able to build, unwrap, texture, and display simple objects in a 2-hour span by using some of the most simple tools that you can get for content creation. One being Silo at $159. It's under $200. The other one being 3D Coat. 3D Coat is about $375 for Coat, and then also using Marmoset Tool Bag. Marmoset Tool Bag is right at, I believe, $130. And let's just bring up these guys and see really quick. Oh yeah, so tool bag. So the whole point of this is to show you that you can make like some really AAA quality models and not spend a bunch of money on your modeling tools. Because I can sit here and if I'm just a modeler, if all I do is model, I really don't have a real reason to sit and buy a copy of Maya unless I'm going to be doing like animation and other things. But if I'm just a modeler, if all I do is model day in and day out, then I don't really need to spend $3,000 on Maya or spend money on the monthly subscription to Maya. I can just get some tools, and for under $1,000 I can be a legitimate modeler and be able to model this stuff. And I think that's really cool to be able to use these programs, and like I say, they be available for what I find a respective price. And then here's Code. So and everybody knows that, as I said before, my main workstation does run Linux. So these are things that I use in my daily life when I'm working. So you can see a full professional version of 3D Coat is $379. So I was off by $4. But you can download a trial version of this and try it out. This runs on Windows, OS X, and on Linux. The newest version of Coat, version 4.5, is amazing. You have PBR shaders right inside of the viewport that you can use. You can unwrap in it. You can do voxel modeling. You can do texturing in there. You also can bake your ambient occlusions. It does your curvature maps for you. So it does a lot of things in this one program. This program for $379 is worth, literally, this program by itself. I would easily pay $1,200 for this program by itself. And please do not raise the price of 3D Coat. But it's well worth the money you spend on it. So $379 for Coat, $129 for Marmoset Tool Bag, and then of course Silo is $159. So like I say, right around that $600 mark. That's about the $650 mark. That's about the price of a really good 3D video card. So for the price of a video card, you can get all three of these programs. They run phenomenally because most of them are running on OpenGL. I think Toolbag is still using some DirectX, but I know with Coat and with Silo, they're OpenGL programs. And we all know that OpenGL is a little bit faster API than DirectX is. Not complaining about DirectX 12. Don't know yet. I'm using Windows 10, but haven't really done any tests on how Windows 10 actually work. So just know that these are the three programs we're going to be using in our next series. I'm going to be building this sniper rifle. I'll be building it in Silo. I'll be unwrapping it and texturing it in 3D Coat, and then we'll be, displaying it in Marmoset Toolbag for a nice display. And if you've never used Toolbag, then you are in for a treat. It's a great toolkit for professionals to show off models and not have to sit there and wait 5 days for Maya to render out a scene. This stuff's all in real time. This is a real time image right from Marmoset. This is not pre-rendered. This is real-time image. Yeah, set it up and hit render, and you get your image to shoot out, and it looks amazing. So in our next series, stay tuned for the Sniper series right here on the Phoenix Academy. Dr. Delmico L. Cunningham. Have a great day.